there are a lot of relationships where I think they don't discuss it, and it's entire like they both are working 9 to 5 jobs. So, but then for some reason, the burden always, not always, because you can't say always and never, but a lot of the time, the burden falls on the women to arrange doctor's appointments, to figure out, just drop off and pick up, to do like stay at home when kids and take the hit on, vacation time or whatever when the kids are sick and things like that. And there are these like unwritten rules that are still there, when they're both working 12-hour days, for example. So, and those are the situations where are like, again, like stuff coming up in my feed where it's just like the entitlement that men think that they have to get all of the benefits of a relationship when both people are working outside the home, but they still feel entitled to the trad wife kind of roles and expectations where she's still cooking all the meals, she's still doing all the planning, all the childcare, all of this, that, and the other thing. But he's not he's not being the trad husband, where like I'm providing all the money and therefore you're providing all the at home care, right?
Yeah, and it's a tough thing because anecdotally, yeah, that sounds terrible that a woman is supposed to also work a full-time job and come home and do all of these extra tasks that have been unspokenly delegated to her. That's so completely unreasonable, and I understand that. However, there is the expectation on the other side that a man should go to work and he should work his 10 to 12 hours and he should make $1 million a year and provide for that woman so that she could just sit at home all day and do nothing and go out for wine and get, her hair done and her nails done and all this other stuff, and then be taken on vacations, and she can't be bothered to raise children and do all these other things. So there is an unreasonable expectation on the other side. And this is why I preface this whole section with, you remember that part of the conversation where you'll never know what my experience is, you'll only ever know what yours is. And then when you see women who constantly in your feed saying all these negative things, it's really easy to start to be like, yeah, actually, men are shitty. Look at how shitty they are based on this very limited data set of women who are willing to be vocal. But I promise you, for every woman that's vocal on TikTok or on Instagram or on YouTube, there's 100,000 who aren't saying anything, who are actually just happy, who are happy to go to work at 6 or 8 hours, come home, make supper, make sure that her kids are fed, and then spend a couple hours watching TV with her husband, and then go home or go to bed and have sex and wake up and do it again tomorrow. There's 100,000 women who are happy for that, but it's the 10 that are really, really loud on social media that make you feel like all men are bad. So you got to caution yourself when you're going through these types of content and you're experiencing this. Challenge yourself to look at the other side of this thing. And if you're somebody who is experiencing the problem where you feel like there is an uneven delegation of tasks, pause, go talk to your husband, go talk to your wife, sit down and go, okay, let's look at all of the things. And I'm not saying to start a fight. I'm saying let's just write everything down and then assign everything a score of weight, right? So if shoveling the snow in the winter, that's a 3. That job takes 3 energy out of 5. Cooking dinner every night, shit, okay, well, maybe that's also a 3. That might even be a 4, right? I don't, because I cook the dinner in my household. We tried it the other way around and it just didn't function properly. So I cook this, like I still work 10 hours. I cook dinner, I keep the house clean, I do the laundry, I vacuum, I mow the lawn, I shovel the driveway, I do all of the things, and my girlfriend gets to go to work, do the things that provide her with fulfillment, come home to a safe, happy, clean house, and as a result of that, I get to spend more time with her and we get to do more bonding. I do it because I have an expectation of living in a clean house. I want my house clean, therefore it is my responsibility to have my environment my way. If I want my house clean and then my expectation is it's somebody else's job to do that, that's where I draw the line. If I want it that way, I do the things. And that's just my personal belief. But if you're somebody who is stuck there, though, separate the tasks, give them some weight, figure out which ones you're willing to do and which ones your partner's willing to do, and then try that out for a little bit. And it's nothing set in stone, right? It's not like that permanently. It's like, let's just try this and see if this works. And if it doesn't, then we'll come back to the table in a month and let's make some adjustments.